Hey besties, it's Rosie. Besties. Today I'm getting the message that someone is feeling like a new beginning is being withheld from you because of a lack of cooperation. I'm getting this energy of one, an extreme sadness and an extreme fatigue because I'm picking up on someone who truly in their heart of hearts wants nothing more than collaboration. This person wants community. They want people to work alongside with that they can actually entrust to shoulder their fair share of the load so that all the work doesn't fall to them. This is like getting assigned to a group project and then you being the one like doing all the work. That's the energy that I'm getting right now. There's someone here who's feeling like that. Like, wow. I signed up to be a part of a team and instead I'm just getting assigned work that actually isn't even mine to do. Spirit, what do you want to say about this? Bestie. Oh my, hold on. Okay, bestie, I had to pause the video and meditate with these cards for a minute because the message that was coming through was pretty profound. So what I'm getting is that when you are partnering with other people, you have to be mindful of timing. And you have to be mindful that not everyone's timing, just because they're a part of your group, is in alignment with yours. This is like when you're driving on a street, okay? You might be ready to turn right at the light, but there are like other lanes of traffic that have the right of way before you. There's a school bus, there's a little old lady with a cart like walking across the intersection. Like, you wouldn't run into the back of the school bus. You wouldn't run the old lady down with the cart just because you're ready to turn right, okay? And that's the energy I'm getting here. I'm picking up on this energy of like almost feeling betrayed. But bestie, I think that this might be hearkening back to like an earlier betrayal. I think that you might be blowing out of proportion what's happening right now because it's resonant of something that you experienced before that actually was a huge deal, okay? Really sit with yourself and take stock of what you're feeling right now and ask yourself, is it really that serious? Am I really being betrayed in the way that I was before? Am I being let down in the way that I was before? Or am I simply a little bit out of sync with the timing of another person who is participating in this? Spirit, what do you have to say about this? Okay, bestie, you're being Eight of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So you're being guided not to walk away just yet, okay? If you're thinking of just like bailing, maybe just pump the brakes a little bit there. Just pump the brakes there and just see how that shakes out. Because I think that there's something, oh my God, that you're missing about the situation because you're getting in your feels about it. And you're assuming that the last time you felt this way, this is what it meant. Like, this is what was happening. And that might not necessarily be the case now, okay? We will repeat cycles to break them, and you might be breaking a cycle right now, but it feels like it's repeating. But that's just because the energies are culminating in the same way to show you that there is a different outcome available, okay? So sit tight. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Bestie, wow. I am speaking to, I want to say, a warrior. Someone who has really been through it. Like, you have not had an easy life. You've not had an easy go of it. You have endured things that most human beings could never process. They could never comprehend. And that might not show. You might not know that to look at you. You might be a person that everybody thinks has it together because you carry it well, but that doesn't eradicate the fact that you are carrying a substantial burden and you're freaking weary. You don't want to carry this burden anymore. And so when other people show up on the scene and they're like, I can help you with some of that, you're so grateful. You're like, oh my God, thank you, finally. But then when they start to falter, start to get a little bit shaky, you just automatically assume that you're in danger. And that might not necessarily be the case here, bestie. I'm not saying that that's always true, but in this case, whatever you're dealing with right now, it is worth taking a pause and seeing if that is true for this moment. And it might be, but Spirit is definitely highlighting something for someone that isn't that. So let's see here. Bestie, what the universe is trying to pave for you, the path that is trying to be set, is a place where you don't have to be hyper independent anymore, a place where you can rely on other people. But the problem with relying on other people, and this might be a reason that you have an aversion to it, is because you are beholden to their timing as well as your own. And that can be frustrating, especially if you are a very fast mover, a very fast grower, or if you just have like fire placements. Maybe you have Aries placements or something and you're just very impatient. I don't even have any Aries placements, and I'm like the least patient person that ever lived. I just have a very fast moving soul. The way that I move through energies is very fast, and I'm very impatient when the energies of Earth themselves cannot sustain that rate of growth. But bestie, that's just the way it is, okay? We live on a planet where we're not the only people here. This isn't just our playground, okay? Like, it's a playground for all the kids, and all the kids have an equal right to enjoy themselves here. So just a small reminder that when you are partnering up with other people, they might move a little bit faster than you do, or they might move a little bit slower. But that doesn't mean that they're not in alignment, okay? When you rely on other people, you just have to understand that things might not always look as predictable as they would if you were the only person on that train. Bestie, you're being called to step into this King of Cups energy. This is someone who knows the power of their emotions, and because of that, keeps them very contained. Okay? Temperance under that. And the Ace of Swords. This is going to be an exercise for you in having emotional boundaries, not only with others, but with yourself, okay? You might be really fucking frustrated over something that's happening right now, but I want you not to pop off. I want you to really lean into this King of Cups energy where you know that emotions are not always a wise guide. And they're certainly not there to tell you how to act immediately. Obviously, if you're in danger, that's a different story. But in a situation like this, you might feel like you're in danger when you're actually not. And I think that's what this message is trying to highlight for you. There is something amiss when it comes to your perspective about the situation, and where it's stemming from is an earlier trauma where you were severely let down and betrayed. But bestie, that's not trying to repeat here. The people involved in this aren't trying to do that to you. They're just dealing with something on their own end that is preventing them or delaying them from being able to truly step up and do whatever this thing is that you are counting on them for. Spirit, do you have any closing remarks? Bestie, this is going to be a lesson in discernment for you, okay? You're being given an opportunity right now to discern when things are worth the fight and when it's best to walk away from them. There is no clear-cut answer for any situation on this. It will truly come down to your own mastery and what is worth it to you and what is not. So depending on what your exact situation is here, if this is resonating for you, you can book a personal reading with me. I do have very limited availability, but I am available. And yeah, I think this is probably something you're going to have to take on a case-by-case basis, because this was a pretty broad message. But if you are struggling with this and you're having trouble discerning for yourself whether the thing that you're involved in is worth working out, or if you need to walk away, I can help you figure that out. Ask somebody outside of you if you're too in your head about it, because I do see that Spirit is trying to bring in this energy of justice, but what you think is justice and what the universe thinks is justice might not always align. So it's worth a closer look to see. And a new perspective is always helpful. I love you, bestie.